Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. My name is Sandra and on this channel we do all things budget related as it pertains to mine and my husband's paychecks. And in this episode we are going to start saying goodbye to 2025. And the best way to do that is through reflection. So if you're ready to reflect on the last quarter of the year with me, make sure to have a cup of coffee, tea, whatever you like. And it also depends, of course, on how your quarter four went, because if you need to add a little spice, then go for it. Welcome to all of you. I hope that you all are getting ready to spend the holidays with family. I want to make sure that I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and that you are getting everything that your family is in need of. Let's just get into this. Quarter four is coming to an end, but it's already come to an end for me because of the way that our paychecks fall. The way our paychecks fall, when I get paid, it's the end of the month, but it's the start of the month for our budget. So what we're going to start with is our quarter four review. Okay, so right here, we need to first understand what were our goals for quarter four. Now, you may want to ask yourself these same questions and, take the time, sit down, put pause, reflect, and see what your responses are for this. But for us, our goals were to pay down Best Buy and to gain enough watch hours to get monetized. Now, we did only go for 2 goals this time around, which I think was a success. And it was a very smart choice to minimize the amount of goals that we had. So that way, when things got busy, we didn't feel overwhelmed and we were able to still focus on what needed to get done. How did we do? Well, for Best Buy, our goal balance was $3,200. For quarter four, we were able to move the balance from $4,243.06 to $3,162.74. Well under our goal balance, which we are super proud of ourselves. So if we go ahead, and I should do this because I haven't yet, if we look at the amount that we started quarter four with, and we take away the amount that we are sitting pretty at, we were able to pay $1,080.32. That's amazing. That's really great progress considering everything that came our way. For watch hours, our initial goal was to hit 3,000 watch hours, and we ended with 3,431 hours. We are ready to go to the next level. So hopefully I can continue to bring content for you and you're able to kind of reflect on your own goals when it comes to either your own YouTube channel or your own debt payments. So just think about it. What will be your goals and how are you going to accomplish them? Because I think that that's the most important thing, is the how. Not so much the what, but the how. And then, of course, you always have to have your why. So very important questions to ask yourself. Okay, so now we're going to go down and we're going to see what were the biggest successes, or what was the biggest success, right? I put it for one, but I have multiple. So what were my biggest successes? So even though we were challenged with the holidays, we were still able to pay down debt by a good amount. I am so proud of us that we were still able to do that. I know we still have a lot of work to do and there's still other things that are coming up, but for the most part, when it comes to that goal, it was approached and that's all that we can ask for. And then also, I was very proud of being able to create more content, even though I was so busy with work and family. I'm very proud that I had found time, and the way that I had done that is through use of a journal, a daily journal. So whenever I have time, I go ahead and I fill that in, and that's how I'm able to schedule my day. I found a way to do it and I love it. What was the biggest challenge? The holiday. Point blank. Holidays, point blank. We just weren't really ready for the holidays. I can tell you that. What needs adjustments? So because of this is where the adjustments need to come in. So we're going to try to build up our high yield savings account for Christmas. We hit up our savings in July to take a trip, and it affected what we had available for gifts. I will do better overall, and I will try not to touch any of our savings unless it's an emergency. So I'm going to really try to do better on this one, because I was reflecting what happened, and I went back, and lo and behold, July was when we went on our trip, and that's when we did not have enough money. But again, we weren't using the ledger. We didn't have a real proper way of tracking. So I think now that we do, now we're going to be able to hit 2026 much better. And that's exactly what I put here. What will carry over into quarter one of 2026? Well, using the ledger for budgeting. My ledger is golden for me, and it is helping tremendously. So once I have that, I think I will be able to conquer 2026 in a much better way, because I feel like I kept track from July all the way to December in a much better fashion because I had the ledger. I'm able to go back and I can see what happened in August, what happened in September, etc. And I'm able to monitor our expenses. I'm able to share that with you guys. And there have been so many of you who have said that you have purchased the ledger and that you're using it, and that's great. If you were able to get a ledger for yourself, go ahead and share so far what your experience is with it. I'm happy to know if it's working for you or if it's not, because we're all different. We're all different in the ways that we need help and support. And sometimes, people need to see the pros and the cons, not just the good side. So if you are struggling with the ledger, talk to us. Let us know what's going on. But there is our quarter 4 review. We are done with quarter 4 in our household, only because, of course, like I said, when we do our budgeting, as soon as my check hits, that's the start of the next month. And I'll go into that when I go over our 3 checks. I'll be making a video real soon going over the 3 paychecks that are planned for January. And when I do, I'll get into how we kind of work on those dates. Okay, the next thing coming up. So thoughts on 2025. Like I said, if you want to join in and you want to reflect on your own, have something to write with, think about your own successes and whatnot, or think about how 2025 was for you. All right, so my thoughts on 2025. What were some of the successes? Well, we paid off Target in quarter 3. We were paying off several smaller debts, contributing to our 2025 debt snowball. So that's great. We hit 3K watch hours. We found the ledger. That is like number one in my book. And getting the Moterm A5 cover for it has been, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Like, it's so pretty. And I may even decide to get a new one in a different color when it's Mother's Day. Let's see here. And then, of course, getting closer to consistency. Like, I feel like I'm so close to finding what is going to work for us in general for a long while, which means it'll contribute to consistency. So I'm excited for that. I'm really looking forward to seeing that happen. What were the challenges, of course, in 2025? Well, dining out was always in the spotlight, but we realized too that we must work with what is best for us in the moment. So if that means that we're getting out of work at 7 o'clock, we still need to get dinner, there's no time to cook because it would be 8 o'clock by the time we did, then we're going to go and we're going to pick up food so we can eat at 7:15. I mean, these are things we can't be eating at 8:15 at night. Eating late just because we want to save money, I mean, that's going to affect us too. Our kids have to go to bed by 9 o'clock. So if we did that, that would be bad because then that doesn't give them enough time to let their food digest. But we also need to think about what it is that they're consuming. So we're going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful, or we're going to have to really work on our timing, whichever one is going to come first. But we're definitely going to have to continue to find what is going to work best for us. I have yet to try a crock pot. I want to do it. I really, really do. But I'm also hesitant to do it because I'm afraid it's not going to be good and then it's going to be a waste. And I don't know. That's what keeps me from doing it. But we'll see. We'll see what 2026 has for us in that challenge. Not having more in our high yield savings account, found ourselves at 0 at the end of 2025. We're not at completely 0, but still it's not where I would like to be because of the fact that, well, we used our money in July and we just didn't plan it correctly. It wasn't like the year before where we had planned it boom, 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 and it was a success 2 years ago. In 2024, it was a success. But we're here at 2025 and it was not a success. So we're going to make it a success in 2026 and we're going to do everything we can to try to figure it out. And then what will be different? Well, hopefully our dining out expenses will be different. Our savings amount per check is going to be different, and our debt snowball is going to grow because we're going to pay off Best Buy in 2026. So that's where we're at. And speaking of the debt snowball, let's get into it. So for debt snowball for 2026, the plan for the debt snowball is for us to combine all of the debt snowballs into one for 2025. So that way I can put it on our calendar as one instead of having multiple, because these are all of the different debt snowballs that we had throughout the year. So we're going to have that in a better position. We will combine all of our debt snowballs into $200. So instead of the multiple amounts, which of course was a higher amount, I'm adjusting it so that way I can make it in one big chunk, which is $200. And then this way I can use my paycheck to manage it at the beginning of the month, starting in February. So definitely going to hit that up in February. For the start of 2026, we should be using a total of $400 a month to help pay down debt with our debt snowball. That is the goal. $400 at minimum now is $400 to add to our debt. So that way we can really work on that. And then that way there's no need to fuss about it because it'll be able to be taken care of. And then once we pay off Best Buy, we will move over exactly $150 to the debt snowball, no matter what the new minimum payment may be. So right now our minimum payment for Best Buy is $117, but I am contributing more on top of that because of the fact that we want to pay this down, which is speeding things up. If we take a look here, this is where we were at the start of Q4, and we have been able to drop it down significantly. Yes, there were moments where it wasn't as much as we were hoping, but we still managed to make it work, and I like it. I like where we're at, and the goal is to pay it off, before the end of Q2. I know that may sound ambitious, but that is the goal. And I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. That is it for this notebook. We still have some pages in here, so if I need to, I can use these just for like some brain dump. I can do some budget thinking, some ideas. I can test out pins. I can still find some use for here, but this is pretty much putting an end to 2025 and Q4. I still need to do my December closeout, which I'm going to be in the process of working on. And I still have my January budget plan here, just trying to see where we're going to be for January. But that's pretty much it. So I know that I'm planning to start 2026 in here, and I've already got my new traveler's notebook ready to go. So I'll be getting into that in the upcoming videos, so that way I can share with you guys what the plan is for our traveler's notebook. So that's it for this one. Thank you all for being here. Remember, if you reflect 2025, that'll help better prepare you for 2026. Sit down, take some notes, look back at your budget, what you've been doing, see what's working for you, see what's not, see what you need to keep, see what you need to get rid of, because the only way to really improve is to reflect. And that's what my plan is. That's what I've done here. And I'm ready. I'm ready to start 2026. Let's go. All right, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. And Merry Christmas if I don't get to make another video until then. Bye.